remember all this, but this is where the files are. Now, the learning management system, which you've been added to, is here. And I'll go back to the beginning so that you can see how it, once you log in, you're going to come to this place here. The very first thing you should do is go to My Profile and change your password, because your password is a generic password to start with, and it's one that I know and other people know or could guess. So you should change it because nobody should know your password. You can fill as much of this information about yourself as you want, but I want you to put in a picture of yourself, okay? So once you're done with that, you click Save. Oddly enough, it doesn't take you someplace else after you click Save. It ought to, but it doesn't. So you go back to those 9 dots, and we go to Courses. In Courses, you're going to go to your course. You won't have anywhere near like this. You should have only 3 courses. You should have the Team Starshine course development. You should have an ISD development tools course, and you should have a course Intro to KeelWorks and KeelWorks Systems. If you're missing any of these 3, please email me and let me know, and I'll make sure it gets fixed. I'm usually pretty good about it, though. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and oh, I was already there. What's the matter with me? Courses. All right, so we're going to go down here to Team Starshine. I believe that's your team. I'm sorry, I should have put that into the learner mode. You have 2 options here. You can be in Lounge, where you can introduce yourself, or you can be in Modules, where you go to the courses. So some of you are asking yourself, what should I be doing right now? I'm just really confused. I don't know what I should be doing. Well, first thing you do is go to this course and start working on it, because this is where the learning happens. You want to learn about needs analysis. And needs analysis, it's kind of complicated. We're creating a course for KeelWorks that is an academic course. But I'm teaching you needs analysis as you would do it for an organization. An organization's needs analysis is more involved than needs analysis for academia. Academia, you can't know your audience, so you're not going to explore them. You're not responsible to make sure there's a return on investment. You're not really solving a problem. You're closing a knowledge gap. There's those significant differences. You're not responsible for, you're not going to do a needs analysis for risks and things like that generally for academia. If the dean says that he wants the course, you're going to deliver it. But in organizational learning, there's a lot of differences. If the manager says he wants a course, he may not really have a problem, and you're not going to create a course if there isn't a problem. If you can't make things better with a course, then there's no possible benefit to the organization. There's no reason to spend money if it can't make money from spending money. It's like an investment. So you're going to be doing needs analysis and determining whether the course should be completed. There's a lot of different things you're going to be doing in needs analysis. And so when you're looking at all these subjects on needs analysis, think about it from an organizational point of view. And why do I think that's important? Most jobs for instructional designers is in the organization. Interestingly, you could work for an academic organization because an academic organization also has employees and it needs training for its employees. So you might be doing that. But your job when you come to this course, I'm showing you the needs analysis. There is an introduction. You can go through this introduction, but it might be a little redundant considering I have another course for you introducing KeelWorks and KeelWorks Systems. So I think I'd skim this if you're going to do the other one. All right, so needs analysis. Each of these have these little boxes here with blue stuff. That's a discussion question. In this case, actually, it's that you read this. So the content that's teaching is down below. This is actually a video, believe it or not. Some people might not even discover that. Might wonder, what the heck is that? Yeah, that image on that really wasn't appropriate, but it was simple, and I put it in there because I didn't have time to get anything better. Very poor excuse. All right, so this is an actual one. Who is the stakeholder? I think that's the right question. Let's see what it says. But before you do this discussion question, be sure and read all of this stuff. So the question here is, who's the stakeholder and how will you know them? Consider the fast food corporation like McDonald's. So here we're giving a scenario, a situation for a business. And you have to decide, for this situation, who's the stakeholder? There's a lot of choices. So based on what you read, you should be able to determine who the stakeholder is correctly here. Oddly enough, there's 37 comments. Oh, yes, that's right, because this is a big team and a lot of people have put some comments in here. Good for them. I try to comment to these, but you should also comment to each other as well as answering the question. But where you're wrong, I'm going to try to straighten you out. I'm going to put a comment in here. I'll try to call you out when you do it right, too. And by the way, her name is Yinting Wang. Yinting Wang. See, it's kind of dropped that G. Cool. I love that name. All right. So you have 11 discussions in this. So it's not just a matter of reading the content, but you also have to participate in these discussions because these discussions are challenging you to teach back what you learned down below. If you answer these questions before reading, you might get it wrong and embarrass yourself. So please read first. Makes it easier. You'll notice that there's a quiz here at the end of this. Those who fail the quiz shall be shot at dawn. If you pass, I don't know, we'll heap you with gold. I'm sorry, you're not really going to be shot, so you guys can just get up off the floor and stop crying. All right. So here's where the project process document is. And believe it or not, this document is also, this is the same document. I really should have moved this thing over. I want to put it over here. That's pretty easy to do. So your job is to complete the document. Now the document's already been completed by other people, but you want to review it and make sure that you agree with it, okay? This document has a column for categories in your review. There's guidelines here, information about that category, and these are the findings, okay? So, and you can put comments to this document if you want to, but I'd rather you didn't. I would rather you put your questions or comments in the team chat, which I'll be showing you about later. Okay, so I'm going to close this and let's see. So I think that's enough information about Team Gantt. Pretty simple. Not Team Gantt, but EDU on Go. You're simply going through all of this. And when I send you a getting started document, it will give you a link to this program. Now, since you're actually doing a lot of tasks and you're completing a project, you need a project management tool.